Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. This time I'm replicating this frothy look, which I picked up the technique from a very talented nail artist and a fellow tech from the UK reproduced it as well, but he was the one who did it first, and that's Vincentnails, and I think he's in the States. So anyway, I did this morning and I thought, oh beauty, I'll reproduce it in a minute. I'll just go and do a few things and I'll come back to it. And then I'm like, oh, what did I do again? What do I have to do again? So as I mentioned in my post, several attempts later, I just could not get these little bubbles to happen and I couldn't understand why, but I was missing a step. So without further ado, I shall get started. Now, I've got my little stand here with just some plastic tips. Now the ones that are there, the short ones, I've cut them off. They're just normal stiletto ones and I'll just cut them off so I can do some other demos for you guys. But for now, I'll quickly show you how to do, this particular one, the frothy nail. I've seen it for sea foam and I've seen it for a cappuccino look kind of thing, you know, in using browns and black inks, or you can use red, green and black ink because that'll create your brown. So the first thing you do is you apply your black gel polish. If you're working over enhancements, it'll be fine just to apply it straight over after you put on your primer on there. Like I use my sticky primer on mine, or something like Young Nails Protein Bond. I've got Artistic's Opening Act that I use on all of my work. So but when you're doing demos like this, you don't need to, it's just wasting the product. You don't need base gel either because it's wasting the product. So really just go in there with straight away with your gel polish, and I'm using a heavily pigmented black. This is by Born Pretty. There are so many fabulous brands out there, but at the moment I'm just saving my pennies for the gels that the girls are going to bring out from Ooh La La Nail Supplies, and just can't wait. My fellow ambassadors and I just cannot wait for the big release that's coming out soon. So that's just one coat. As you can see, it's pretty good coverage. Okay, these particular ones cure for 60 seconds. So I'll pop that into the lamp. The next thing that you do need is some white gel, just an ordinary gel polish. In that, like I've probably put about 3 blobs straight out of the bottle using its own brush. In that, you'll put 1 or 2 drops of cuticle. I know this sounds like you don't get oil anywhere, but yeah. So 1 or 2 tiny little drops, not too much. I don't want the problem I had before to happen again, so I'm just waiting until that's cured. There's about 20 seconds left on that. You need a stylus or a dotting tool so that you can mix all that in, so you're not wasting product in brushes or anything. You can use a brush if you want, I guess, but I'm going to use my dotting tool in this case. So we've got 1 second to go. Here we go. Okay. So that's ready to go now. Sorry about my hand getting in the road. All right, so that's still with its tacky layer, and that's fine. Okay, so this is the bit that I talk about. I have got acetone that I used for removing my acrylics. So all it needs is like a drop or 2, and I've just got a pipette here and I've just squeezed it out straight out of the bottle with my dotting tool. I'll just get that out of the road. With my dotting tool, I'm just going to mix it in. You also need a ombre brush, which only picks up a little bit of product. So kind of swish that around. Okay, so So you pick some of it up, you deposit it onto the nail. You'll see it starts to create little bubbles here and there. This is really great if you want to create the little foam, or you can do it like for a sea look, like the sea. Bubbles aren't as big as the one I did this morning, but they're there. Don't know if you can see them. So once you're happy with the placement of that, again, you will put it into the lamp to cure. And once that's done, then you can use the inks, your bubble inks, onto it. Now you can use it directly as I have done on here, or you can do a top coat. With the top coat, I meant to say like a base coat, so that you've got a sticky dispersion layer as well. It will just give you a slightly different effect, not so smooth in the colours. You'll get that blotchiness that the ink does when you've got it on top of something else rather than directly onto the gel polish. But I'll do it onto the gel polish as I had done. Okay. So I've got a little bit of yellow. Oops. Okay. So I'm just going to drop it on there. I love how these inks work. They're just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so I've got a little bit of teal as well. Because I'm so afraid that I'm going to make a mess, I always recap them straight away, just in case I spill them. I was doing a repair this morning for one of my clients, and I was using the champagne pot hollow flex. I don't know what I did. I picked up the pot and I just spilt it everywhere. Thankfully, it went all over the glass, so I was able to collect it with a spatula and put it all back into its little pot again. But oh my goodness, she just looked at me in disbelief. I said, it's okay, I've saved it. Okay, so you can leave it like that. You can use a little bit of acetone if you want to disperse it a little bit more. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just going to let it dry a little bit. I'm going to top coat it and finish there. So just waiting for it to just dry. I just can't believe how gorgeous these inks are. They're just so spectacular. But the trick is, like I said, to create those little bubbles that you saw in that first sample. You have a little bit of your white gel, a drop or so of cuticle oil, and then you put a couple of drops of your acetone in there and swish it around with a dotting tool. Pick it up with your ombre brush, place it, cure it, and then you pop your inks on there, and then your top coat. So I'm going to top coat it now. And I'm just floating the brush so that I don't smear anything. Just making sure, just in case there's still a little bit of moist ink anywhere. Can you see that? It's very, very fascinating. Okay. There are so many ways to do this, and I know that some people use clear gel polish like a top coat, and they dot it on with a finer liner brush, like really, really tiny. You can do that, but I think this is pretty cool. doing it like this. Like I said, there's just so many ways, and it's not like you must do it this way or my way is the way. It's not. So many different effects, and I'll demonstrate some other bits and pieces too using the embellishments as well. So this hasn't got much to go, and I'll just wait until it comes out and I'll show you. Right, here we go. How cool is that? It's almost like a aerial view of the Earth, like from a satellite. It's amazing. So cool. Oops. So I'll carry on and I'll do a little bit more and put some more videos up for you guys, and thank you for watching.